You're listening to Boss Ladies and Babies.
Business Blab with Megan. It's time to take off our mom hats and let our entrepreneurial side show. So grab a notebook and give yourself a bossy timeout. Welcome back to Business Blab with me, Megan. I'm excited to be here with you all for another week, another mini episode, and we are going to be talking about the end of this quarter. Another one bites the dust. What the heck happened to the first quarter of 2021? It just went by so fast. If you're anything like me, you love a fresh start. And a new quarter is just as exciting as a new year. So instead of sitting here wondering why we're all still stuck inside and yet time is flying by, I challenge you to embrace what you've done this year so far and get ready to do even more in quarter two. A really good place to start doing this is to give yourself a little audit for the past 3 months. You can kind of think of it as your own little mini business review and see where you're at, what you've accomplished, and where you need to improve. So I'm going to use this episode to walk you through how I do my quarterly audits and how I set myself up to stay on track and kick some business booty. So it starts with the wins. For some reason, New Year's has this way of bringing out our biggest goals, and in a year with all kinds of uncertainty, we might be looking back at the quarter and realizing we didn't meet some of these really big goals. But there's no point in beating ourselves up thinking about what we didn't do. I want you to look over the past 3 months and celebrate your wins, the goals you did hit, the progress that you made, or even just the habits that you've implemented into your life and business. You're doing something right, so make sure you just take a little bit of time to enjoy it. Next, you want to run the numbers. So you know you're getting business, but it's a good idea to keep track of how, when, and where your business is coming from. Please, please, please do not wait until tax time to start thinking about these things. This is your business, so make sure you know what's going on in your business. So as you're doing your review, take some time to get really clear on your sales volume for the quarter so far. What were some of your expenses? Look at your overall growth on social media, your followers, your engagements, your email list growth. Look at where your customers have come from so far, and then look at the customers who are in your pipeline. Which ones of these customer leads are hot, cold, who's serious, who's not, who's just kind of sitting around watching what you're doing. Get really clear on all the inner pieces of your business before you start moving on to the rest. Then you want to sit back and look at some of your systems and habits. So you've heard our past episodes. We talk a lot about habits and how to make sure that you're creating a good set of solid habits in your life. And just as important as your habits are your systems. So these two things are the day-to-day things that can either make your life really hard or a heck of a lot easier. Now is your chance to make a change. If your habits and systems aren't serving you, look into what's causing the issues and then make sure you start tweaking that. Are you still running around with the chicken with your head cut off? What have you been missing or need to change to make things run a little bit more smoothly and the most efficient? See the issue and take the note. You want to make sure that you check for consistency. So how's your brand looking these days? Are you confused about your messaging or how you want to be perceived? Are you confused about what exactly you're doing in your business? As you audit your business for this first quarter, as you audit the operations and the day-to-day, make sure that your brand is clear and consistent. This is a great time to make edits, get clear, and start having a plan to show up intentionally. Hint, hint, the brand use strategy can help. Next, look at your marketing plan. Was your marketing plan on point for this first quarter? What worked? What didn't work? Track your analytics on social media, on your email, on Google, all of the different tools that they give us to track these analytics and see who's watching, and make sure that you are very aware of what was working best for you. Do you know where your target audience hangs out? Do you know where your ideal client avatar hangs out? Are you spending time and money marketing in the right places? Map out a plan for your marketing the next 3 months based on the results of what's happened so far this year. Be flexible and be ready to make pivots as your customers, audience, and social media continue to evolve. Next, it's a really good idea to take some time to revisit your why. Each quarter, we tend to get so wrapped up in our business that we lose sight of why we got started in the first place. I like to take some time to reflect and remember what lights my fire and why I do what I do. It's a great way to infuse your passion back into your business and helps you stay motivated, especially if quarter one wasn't as busy for you as you wanted, or if it was way too busy and you're feeling super overwhelmed. It's a really good way to just kind of get your grounding back together and remember why you're doing what you do. And as you do that, make sure that you're avoiding burnout. We, meaning me, have a tendency to bite off more than we can chew sometimes. This is a great time to check in with you and make sure that your head and heart are still in sync. Do you need to scale back? Do you need to take on more? Do you need to outsource in places of your business? The biggest thing we want to avoid is burnout, so be honest with yourself and make sure that you check your balance. Are you living to work or working to live? Make sure that you're having fun. Then you can finally start thinking about your quarter two plan. So once you've had a nice, long, honest check-in with yourself, you're ready to start planning for quarter two. Set some goals. Take what worked, change what didn't, grab your calendar and make a detailed plan on how you're going to achieve your big goals for the next 3 months. The more detailed, the better. Do you want to invest in higher education? Do you want to tweak your marketing plan? How are you going to show up and stand out? Think about every little detail that you want to incorporate in your business and put it on the calendar. Plan, plan, plan. Have a strategy. And again, make sure that you're having fun. So happy planning. I can't wait to see what you do. Here we go. Second quarter of the year. It's going to be great for all of us. I can just feel it. That's all I have for you today. And until next time, stay bossy.
Thank you for listening to Boss Ladies and Babies. If you like this episode, be sure to rate, review, and leave us some feedback.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and join the conversation in our Facebook group at Boss Ladies and Babies.
And until next time,
stay bossy.
bossy.